Hello travelers and welcome to a new video. Dzień dobry to all my Polish people out there. So I'm in the Nadoja district now of Wrocław and I'm at this hostel. No more cheap apartments right now, it's the weekend, so I'm staying at this hostel. It is called Grandpa's Hostel. How about that? That is a great name for a hostel. Staying with your grandpa. So here's the common area. It looks quite nice. I just arrived. Very cozy. It's got a big common area and the woman was very friendly at the desk, and there's this beautiful park next door, so it's in a great location. How about that? It's just beautiful. We're very close to the river when I pass by here, and there's some nice buildings there, and there's a lot of bridges in this area, and there's even like a mini little island, so we're definitely gonna explore that. So I can't wait to show you all that. I'm staying at Grandpa's hostel. I'll show you the room later if I can. Let's just show you the reception. We've got some games here to play. We've got a piano, it looks like, to play if you want. So here's the reception in the hostel. It's quite cozy, quite nice. They even have a little Chinese cat. How about that? This hostel also has a very spacious kitchen, which is unusual for a hostel. I also like that it's very bright with the windows being open, with a lot of sunlight coming in. It's very bright, it's very nice. And we have a full kitchen here. Good afternoon, it's the next day. I had a great evening at the hostel, met some cool guys there. Actually, we had some great conversations last night. There was this guy from Armenia, he's living in Germany. And there was a guy from Budapest. His name was Ferenc, and yeah, we got along pretty good. We were hanging out last night. We talked to a Polish guy, so that was quite fun at the hostel. It's a great way to meet people. In fact, Ferenc has asked me to go to a soccer match or a football match if you're in Europe today in Wrocław, so I might be going there. I don't know if I can bring my camera or not, but I'm going to be going to a football match. It should be quite fun. It's a great day. So I'm across from the hostel. There's a park here. I want to show it to you. It's quite beautiful. I'm gonna head over to where those islands are, and we're gonna show you those today. They're like these mini islands, and they're between the river. So let's go over there and see what we find over there. And the hostel is actually right over here. It's called Grandpa's Hostel. So you see you have this little park you can go into. So it's actually a very nice hostel. For a Saturday night, it was quite surprising. It was only 3 people in total. There was myself and 2 others. So here's the hostel here next to the Zabka, and we're gonna go this way. It's so tranquil here. You can hear the birds in the background. It's just a great place to relax and get away from the big city. There's a shop here called Spinning. Looks like a fishing shop. How about that? Some fishermen. Dzień dobry. So I guess people fish in this river here. I wonder what they're catching. I was wondering about that the other day. Are they going somewhere else to fish? Maybe some lakes. So some nice old buildings here. You can see they have a little bit of weathering to them. They could be cleaned up a little bit, but nevertheless, they are some nice old buildings. Even got some balconies here. They just tend to have this dingy gray color here. And Wrocław doesn't seem to be too touristic. Of course, the old town, but there's a lot less tourists here than in the other cities I visited, especially in Warsaw. There was a lot more tourists there. And of course, Krakow, that people are asking me to go to. There's a lot of tourists in Krakow. How about these balconies? Those are quite nice. So a bridal shop there. Polish bride. So we're gonna cross the street here if we can. It's a little bit dodgy. There's no stoplight. We've got the tracks here. But the people do stop, you can see. So that's quite good. So So over here we can see the river. We can see that, I believe that's that big library that I showed you before. So here's the river here, and you can see there's kind of an area in between. It's like an island there. You can see people walking on it, and there's some bridges up here. And then we have these beautiful hotel here, the Park Plaza Hotel. How about that? Wow, that is fancy there. I wonder what it would cost you to stay in the Park Plaza here. But like I said, this is probably one of the cheaper cities in Poland right now. So you can see all the bridges here. This is definitely the city of bridges. There are tons of bridges here in Wroclaw. That's just a beautiful hotel, quite new. Park Plaza. So I see somebody crossing the bridge over to the island. That's what I'm gonna do now. I want to cross over to this mini island and see what it's like over here. Guys on motorcycles. And I noticed a statue before. You can see it's a beautiful statue. So it's a mother with a baby. So quite nice. And yes, they do promote motherhood in Poland. In fact, there are stay-at-home mothers here in Poland still. Quite a few, I believe. And certainly a lot more than in the US or in the UK. So we're gonna cross the bridge now. And you can see this other bridge over here in the distance. And here's the river. I don't see anyone fishing, but it's a very nice calm river. I wonder if there's any fish in here or not. So it looks like a Polish babcia behind me. A grandmother with her grandkids possibly. Looks like a playground for kids here. So maybe this is just a play area for kids. What a great idea to have it on the island. There looks like some people here. Oh, there's a bird there. How about that? A swan. So some people walking around the island, mostly kids here. And I read there was supposed to be a tomb, some kind of tomb here. Polish tomb, so I think it's something special actually. But what a place to go, right here in the city. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Margaret Island. Of course, it's a lot smaller. Look at this, this is gorgeous. Right in the middle of the river here. Some people here, maybe they're feeding the, looks like some birds here. Maybe there's a duck there. The island we are on is called Wyspa Bielarska. Wyspa Bielarska. It looks like the tomb is on the next island over. It looks like we can cross if we go this way. There should be another bridge to the other little island, and the other one is called Wyspa Słodowa. And Wyspa, I believe, is a wasp, but I could be wrong. Wyspa. There's a little boat going through here. I heard you can hire some boats too to take you out. And then there's some kind of restaurant here, it looks like. And it's a bit windy through here. And you can see where I came behind me over here. So this is where we cross. So it shows this as an island on the map. But I don't know. I don't think this is an island here on the other side. You can see this here. It's got a big wall here too, like a seawall. Apparently this is another little island. You can drive onto it. So I'm not quite sure how much of an island it is. And there's supposed to be another area to go, and that's where the tomb is. But it looks like there is another river over here. And it says Odra. So I think the river is called Odra. And there's a way to go down here. So yes, you can see more of the river here. But here comes the boat through here. How about that? There's some river boats here too. That's quite cool there. That would be very fun to take a boat through here. And we can see this restaurant here. That is kind of interesting, this restaurant. This going back into the town. And there's supposed to be this tomb somewhere. I think there is another little island over here. I have to figure out how to get over there. There's a hotel here. It's called Hotel Tumski. It sounds like a tomb to me. Of course, I could be wrong. That's a Polish word. Tumski. Quite an interesting place here in Wrocław. We have a lot of rivers, a lot of different bridges, and some great architecture too, and especially the old town. So you can see there's a little water here. Look at all these bridges. There's another bridge over there. This is a restaurant. I don't know. Looks like a little cafe here. That is very nice. On the canal. The island we're on now is called Wyspa Piasek. Wyspa Piasek. You can see the streets we are on here. So some nice, look at that new architecture there. That building on the end is quite interesting. Maybe we should walk down there. Looks like we have an older building here. So I think this is quite unique here, this city. It seems to be a very unique city here. It's also very comfortable here. It's very quiet. It's not as much noise as Warsaw. It looks like you have a little like sky balcony there, protecting you from the sun and everything, like a sunroom. That is quite nice. That is quite nice. I think I might have been wrong about the tomb. I saw Tumski. I think it might have been that place we saw. My poor Polish. But still, quite an interesting place, I think. What is that there? Is that the metro or is that another bridge? There's like this silver structure here. Maybe another bridge. Looks like even another little tiny island. And that looks like a sculpture there. How about that? This river is bigger than I thought. Because you can see it really opens up here. Look at this. It really opens up here nicely. Some boats over here. I wonder if you can rent some paddle boats and take them on the river. Maybe you can do that. Or some small boats. That would be quite fun. There's a little boat coming here. There's another little boat there. So you can see it all from here. Little pad there where they can launch the boats. Or maybe people are living there, like a little houseboat. It looks like it might even be a little bar or restaurant. That is quite nice. And we can see over here. And yes, you can see. Look at that, there's some little boats here. Looks like maybe you can rent these boats here. Or they take people out. This is quite nice here. You got the beautiful buildings across the way, and there's a little restaurant here. How about that? This would be fun to eat here, or to have a drink here. It's not the Mediterranean, but it is a nice river here in Poland. Look at this. You could have that beer. A good beer I like. I forgot how to say it. Zvijiak, something like that. I know that's wrong, but my limited Polish, forgive me, my Polish friends. Anyway, your beer is good. I like it. You can sit here and watch the boats go by. I'm guessing there might be some parties here too on the weekend. Barbarka. Got the toilets right there for you if you drank too much beer. And then there's this, I think it's a really charming bridge. You see some more boats going by. I really like this area. I think it's really nice. Be a great place to come during summer, to cool off, to get by the river, to maybe have something to eat or a cold beer. And of course you can walk the island with your family or with your dog. And this bridge here. So we're gonna cross this bridge on the way out of here. This is actually the nicest view yet on this bridge. Beautiful. So I've got to go meet my buddy Ferenc now. We're going to try to go to the soccer game or the football game if you're in Europe. And I believe there's a team called Slaski, and they're playing to save their season so they don't get relegated. That's what my new friend Ferenc told me, the guy from Budapest. How about that? Met another Hungarian guy, and he told me Hungarians are very friendly, and so are Poles. And of course, they are very friendly. You saw in my last video how friendly they were. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We're back on the so-called mainland. There's a lot of people behind me. They're going back to the island. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one. Travel Addict Guy. Take care, everyone.